Hi, and welcome to the next edition. It's 20 something, I don't know what number it is.
I think it's 24.
Is it 24? Is that, no, okay, 24 of the Life in the Flat Lane, or as it's to be known this week, the clusterfuck week, because that's pretty much what it has been this week, isn't it? I mean, I hope everybody's okay with the extremely hot temperatures that we've been experiencing at the moment. Is doing all right. It's been pretty darn tough. Trying to keep cool as best as you can. I'm quite fortunate where we've got a ninja ice cream maker, and the wife has been quite awesome at making strawberry ice cream, mint choc chip ice cream, mango sorbets left, right and centre, and tonight it was a lemon sorbet. Yeah, so more sorbets. Nice excuse to come over this weekend. We pretty much had one every single day for the last week, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been amazing. It's amazing. And it's the treat to look forward to. This week, tomorrow I've got my MRI, which I am highly looking forward to. Wednesday, let's say this is where it started off as the clusterfuck week, basically. Wednesday morning, I got a phone call from my manager at work regarding a meeting I've got with, a formal meeting up with him on Thursday. Needless to say, because the length of time I've been off sick, it was not surprising where that was going. And he informed me that my union rep would no longer be available because he no longer worked for the company, and the union hadn't bothered to be in touch and tell me any of this. So that was a bit of a shock start to the day. So after phoning the union and having a bit of a whinge, as you do, I then got in touch with, they gave me the details from my local rep, got in touch with them, and to be fair, by the end of the day they got it sorted quite quickly. But you can imagine where my thought process was regarding my union and what my thought of them out of 10 would be. There isn't scope on that. There's scope on there for a minus, by the way. During that process that day, I had to go into the GP practice because every 6 months I have an injection. I'm on a trial drug called inclisiran, which is to do with cholesterol levels. And when I started off, you have a maintenance dose every 6 months. And for some strange reason, with all the changes that have been to GP surgery over the last 6 months or so, it's been horrendous. So the booking system, the changing staff, all sorts, the whole thing with the GP practice is horrendous. I've still got that complaint that's being dealt with at the moment already. I had to order it using my repeat prescription online, which was really weird. And they then eventually phoned me and said, right, they got me in this Wednesday. So I tipped up on Wednesday. Now, bear in mind, we've got heat alerts and stuff. It was already pre-ordered. Thought, I'm going there, I'm having an injection, I'm coming out, so I'm not going to be sat there for too long. That's the usual case.
Nice.
Should be straightforward, in and out, because it's the nurse and they don't get too far behind with their work, thankfully.
They just stab people and let them go.
So I gets there, I does the electronic booking, like, you know, these days you just can't talk to people anymore. So I do the electronic booking, tells me there was 2 people before me, and the waiting room was quite full. So I sat there for quite a while, and the waiting room emptied, and I wasn't being called. So I took a little trip up to the reception desk and just asked what was going on. And after a little bit of tapping around on the computer screen, the receptionist told me, your appointment's been cancelled. Well, clearly it hasn't, because I'm there. It had, but nobody bothered to tell me. So she then disappeared to go and see the nurse. So needless to say, there was an issue apparently with stock, a member of staff phoning in sick, and something else. But besides the point, what they should have done is somebody should have phoned me to tell me, do not come in today because we are not able to do it. Let's reschedule for a different date. So she rescheduled for a different date, but because reception, and at that point my temper, I did not want to flip, but I was absolutely raging at that point. She booked it for some point in July. Now you have to have these things within a specific time scale, and I just could not be bothered, so I just walked out. About 20 minutes after getting home, I got a text message saying, hi Richard, please follow this link. I thought, okay, is that another complaint form? Because needless to say, she said she was going to message me, and I tapped the link, and it was, yeah, the link was to book a blood test, which I've got next week. So I've got my annual, I get every 6 months I get an ECG and a blood test, and that's already booked for next week. I've already got that. So I completely ignore that text. I could not be asked at that point, and I was still raging. So it took me a while to calm down. Anyway, then I was on the phone for quite a while sorting out with the union rep phoned me, the one that's represented me, who took over the case at very short notice. I had a long conversation with them, and I then get a phone call from the GP practice and the deputy practice manager apologising like mad for what happened today, and she'd realised what needs to happen with this medication. The fact that they did have it, it was just that they have 2 surgeries, it was at the wrong one. So needless to say, it would be in stock, and could I go in the following day, i.e. today, at 10 o'clock, which is the new time of my meeting that was rescheduled for today to make sure we get everybody in. So, but thankfully we got it rearranged for later on. So I had the meeting this morning, and then I had the injection this afternoon. But what an absolute cluster farce that was. Yeah. And the only bright side of all of that is fair play to my union rep. She was amazing.
That one was one of those kind of blessing in disguise.
I was quite lucky with who I got, because her experience and her knowledge and her role within the company was a massive benefit for me today. So we've got an adjournment at the moment, and I've got a follow-up from this on the 16th of July when decisions will be made. So I've got a couple more weeks, but the MRI scan is obviously going to help tomorrow. Once we get the results of that, we'll have a clear plan of a clinical plan. Once the results are reviewed by MSK, hopefully to God they do them really quick, and we can get something clinical going, and I can try and get back to some sort of normality, or some sort of normal, whatever's going to be the normal for me from now on. But yeah, so, and it was lovely to see some people at work today, because people didn't know I was going, but while I was waiting downstairs, quite a few come past, and that was lovely to see that. And really nice to have a quick catch up with them, and it was nice to feel valued as well, because that was really one good part of the meeting, is that I felt very valued by the organisation, which was really good. So we're in a good place from that point of view, aren't we? So all of the medical side, if I take NHS off my uniform and just leave EMAS on there, amazing, and cover the NHS part up, because it's the NHS part that is letting me down badly everywhere else. We're not in the best of pain situations this week as well, because although I'm taking the Tramadol, it is not doing a great deal. The pain levels are beginning to get a little bit concerning.
I noticed you whacked your thing up to an 8.
We're on an 8 at the moment, and that's even on the 8 Tramadol a day, which you can't take anymore, and I'm glad about that, because it makes me tired enough as it is, woozy enough and not with it. Yeah, and that's not just because of the fact I'm thick. And I'm saying today is a fact that I've been playing the PlayStation for the last 5 months, and I'm still no good at it. You should be an expert by now, but crap. So yeah, so got a little bit of stuff to look forward to this week. There's no jokes from the mother-in-law this week, or there is, but I can't say it. I can't because it's lesbians.
What's wrong with lesbians? We're not discriminatory.
Have you got it on there? Because
I
I'm saying
yeah.
my phone is being used. Joke of the week. But bear in mind, I'm sure she's stealing these from the kids at work. Oh no, it's not that one. Yeah, no, that's not the one I was looking at. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Yeah. So joke of the week from the mother-in-law, and believe me, Hazel, this is the only time you get mentioned, because I've not seen you, and I think that's on purpose this week. Definitely on your part, anyway. And I'll give you the royal salute before I finish this tonight as well. Right, joke of the week from the mother-in-law. As I say, it's not my fault, so don't blame me. If you drink holy water with a laxative, you can start a religious movement. This is why I think she's stealing them from the kids at school. She tries to tell me she doesn't talk to the kids, but I'm inclined to not believe that when I see some of these jokes. But there was the last one I've got in there is something to do with lesbians.
Yes, I've just found that one.
Yeah, so I didn't really want to go down that route, because but I might do. Yeah, It might be a new
You might have a
medication.
great lesbian fan base that you don't want to get
Yeah.
rid of. Is that what you're
I
saying?
don't want to offend anybody. It's just wrong, innit? It's just wrong. Yeah. So a religious movement that made us chuckle a little bit, only a little bit, mind.
I laughed a lot. Your face was not impressed.
It was not impressed. So Hazel, royal salute. So that's the new way. The way that we wave goodbye to each other now as well. Mainly because as I was driving away from her house last week, when I wound the window down in the car, and as we were driving off, I flipped the bird, and she went to wave at me and realised quite quickly what I was doing and flagged me back and called me a couple of names on the way out as well. So that's the new way we say goodbye to each other. This is a cracking relationship I have with my mother-in-law.
We're all going away together.
And oh god, yeah, well, that's the point. We've got to be nice to each other soon. We're all going away together in just over a month's time.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a fun week. It's been tough with the weather, really tough with the weather, because these places are designed to keep heat in, and so it's not really good. And when you don't get much airflow through here, even when the windows open, it's really tough. And at night time is just crazy at the moment, absolutely crazy. We've got a moth, so that'll be one for Myla in a bit. She'll have that. It's only a little one, it's not a Nero-sized moth. Those two, bless them, we've had 2 dead cats all week, because that's all they've done is just found somewhere, moved a couple of paw prints and just flopped.
We just keep lying in random places.
Yeah.
Be careful you don't tread on a dead cat.
Well, Myla's just flopped down anywhere and everywhere. Nero's on his back with his paws in the air, because they release all their heat from their belly. But he's usually in the doorway and in my way. But it was quite funny because I've got a fan in here pointing directly at me. He was laid there and he's positioning himself, so he's literally just blowing up his backside. It's a weird thing. Yeah, but if that's what flips his switch, then good luck to him.
We don't judge you.
No, but he's there. But he looks so cute when he does it as well. He's like on his back with his, because he's such a big lad as well, isn't he?
Looks so cute.
Yeah.
Alright, and if you're into it, we're not going to judge.
But he's a big lad, bless him, so it's not good. So keep an eye on them to make sure they don't get dehydrated. But they just literally do a few walk around a bit and flop, and that's where they stay for quite a while in it. So it's just dead cats everywhere. So it's been a bit tough. We've got a barbecue coming on Saturday, which I'm looking forward to. Let's say we're due thunderstorms on Saturday, so it's going to be an awesome barbecue, this one.
They've moved again.
What, the thunderstorms, have they? Are they gone further away, or?
I don't know, but they're not showing for Saturday anymore.
They're not showing anymore.
No.
Okay. All right, maybe we're not getting
I
thunderstorms.
don't know what's happening with the weather.
Yeah. I've noticed all the heat alerts, and then they throw in the random thunderstorm. Be wary of thunderstorms and stuff. So yeah. So that's where MRI scan tomorrow. There's no point in giving any kind of update tomorrow because I won't have one myself. All I know, I'm just finally getting that done tomorrow morning. So yes, we can. That light at the end of the tunnel is getting that little bit bigger. We're slowly but surely getting there with that, and the next thing then is just getting in front of that clinician again and getting moving forward from there. So everybody take care in this heat, stay hydrated, stay cool where you can, and have fun and enjoy yourself. Bye now.